comment, like, and subscribe. All right, this video is gonna be about taking the Foxbody Saleen to the dyno, seeing what it made on raw power, and then seeing what it makes on nitrous. And then of course I had to jet it up and you'll see what all that does. But I just got home with the car. Here it is, made it one piece. It did very well. It exceeded my expectations. I'm curious what you think it made on motor and what you think it made on the 100 shot horsepower torque. And then on the bigger shots, just wonder what your peak numbers are. A few things that actually came up with timing. You'll notice that I'll talk about that. Had bottle pressure, consistency, all that. But I was expecting a certain number horsepower and torque, and I was pleasantly surprised when it was really close. And then the overall horsepower and torque was exactly what I thought it was gonna be. It mirrors a 347 I had years ago in power, torque, and nitrous. So it is literally a combination that I know went 1070s, 125. And in this car, if I can get it to 60 foot, there's no reason I can't have this car do the same thing. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Comment, like, and subscribe. What's up, YouTube? So this morning we're on our way to the dyno to see what kind of power this thing makes. Let's go. All right, we on the way. We're cruising. Runs pretty smooth, to be honest with you, for drag pack. Damn. Okay.
Yeah. Tuner effect.
18 degrees of timing for the win. 360 torque. Not bad. Yeah, man. That's like I say, my 347 made like 378 torque, 312 horsepower. So that's not bad for a 331 with some old GT40 heads, man.
I mean, it's 50 more than I thought it was gonna make.
How about that E85 blend though?
Apparently, yeah, sit there too. This guy.
What are we, 12.8? 12.6?
13.0, 12.30.
So that's just a stock computer trying to figure out what's happening, right?
Yeah, I'm assuming. Really, it's not bad. I mean, it's like 12.6, 13.0. Well, I mean, it varies less than a point, even from high to low.
But that's good. It's not lean like it was in stock motor. So the difference is that is straight E85 and 2 gallons of 93.
Well, not bad, man.
Now I have a box of jets with me, so we're not staying at 100, sir. The whole reason I'm here is the 100 was for me to test on the street and tune it.
This guy.
So I have a box of jets that go up to at least 82 on the nitrous side, which is about 160, 175 shot. If you're willing, I'm able.
I just don't know.
All right, we're gonna make another pull on motor with the timing retardant for nitrous. So instead of 18 degrees, it'll be 14 degrees initial. While we were waiting, I got the bottle pressure up. So after this, we'll see what kind of power it makes and then we'll turn on the bottle. That's pretty funny.
It didn't care, did it?
It lost 2 pounds of torque, and it actually picked up 1 horsepower. So I'm sure,
like it didn't really like it down there. It cost it 10.
yeah, it definitely hurt at 3,500. It cost it 10 pounds of
up
torque.
here, it actually kind of seemed to prefer it up there though.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so then what you're telling me, I think I'm running anywhere between 14 and 18 degrees initial, and it's going to be just fine. So your logic, you would say split the difference, run at 16,
I would.
Well, we're gonna spray it first.
So
But
if I was here by myself, I would pull another 4 degrees out and see what happened on motor. Because if it still didn't care, then I would continue to pull timing out of it until it cared, and then I would go from there. But
but we ain't about that.
You're a little more.
We're about slap it and stick it and let's get it.
A little more aggressive than I am. So let's. I'm down. If you want to open the bottle, let's do it.
I'm down to do the bottle.
Let's do it.
All right. First nitrous pass. The slicks definitely grew and were rubbing. It started smoking the tire right at the top of the RPM scale.
I felt it.
So that cost me a little horsepower. I'm just saying.
Right.
Before we look at the numbers, they're skewed because it was dragging the tire a little bit. I'm just saying. 499.
510 and 410.
411 horsepower. You called that.
Pretty close.
Wow. So 500 torque and 411 horsepower.
Yeah. So that looks like clutch to me.
Oh shit. Really?
Let's I can either the clutch or I doubt it spun the tire, but I can tell you.
Yeah, it didn't spin the tire, I'm pretty sure.
If you had a way to lean it out above like 4,500.
Well, yes, I can change the gas jet, drop it down a number or two if you think.
I'm a little nervous about leaning it out down here.
What was it down at the bottom?
Well, on the hit it goes to 12.7.
Okay. Little lean.
Yeah. And then when the clutch slipped, like the load moved around, and so it did a bunch of wackiness with the fuel. But after that initial slip and it got a hold of it, yeah, I don't know. You don't have a way to just pull fuel up top, right?
Nope. Remember, no tuning here, sir. We got a timing light and some fuel pressure we can adjust. That's about it. Now all I can do is change the basic gas jet. But you know what I'm thinking? If it's rich up top, I need to go up on a nitrous jet. Isn't that the logic we use at this shop? You know.
You can.
So instead of 52, let's just put like a 59 or 60 jet in it and see what happens. What do you think? And if the clutch slips, just let it slip on a big power pass. It does have the window. I mean, I can adjust that. That's easy. It's right here in front of the battery.
Yeah, I would do that.
All right, so let's bring it in at a higher RPM. All right, no problem. Let's do that and try to save the clutch.
Yeah, try to keep it from just.
Okay, I'm down with that. But we picked up how much total? We went from 314, so we went at just 96 horsepower
and 140 torque.
Okay, which is funny because it's supposed to be 100 shot, but like you were saying with the torque, you should see a little bit more.
Bringing it in at like 38 or whatever, it'll make less peak torque.
The torque will come down. Okay. All right. 27 torque, 443 horsepower.
So rich out there.
Let's see if you'll even richer.
Lower than 10.0.
Jeez.
It bottomed the sensor.
I'm telling you, I could smell it. It was too rich.
Yeah.
So all right, now I need to lower the gas jet down then. So that's what it is. Even though there's 73, it can't flow enough nitrous to compensate for the fuel that they're calling for.
I would concur with
you think?
It picked up almost 150.
Yeah.
What it made 315 to 443, so 130.
All right, the only change we made was went from a 62 gas jet to a 57 gas jet. Still got the 73 nitrous jet in it. No other changes, bringing it at 3,800. We'll see what it does. Still 14 degrees initial of timing because we found between 14 and 18 it was middle 1 horsepower, 1 pound of torque. So we're gonna leave it at 14 and see what happens if we can improve on the 440 horse and 520 torque. But it was way fat. It was under 10.0. It was so fat. Right. Yeah, I am. It didn't change. The torque went down by 2 and the power went down by 1.
Yeah, it didn't. Everything's pretty much the same.
So still too fat out on the top. Now, what was it in the mid-range when it first came on?
So let's see, comes on at 39. So prior to coming on, it was like 12.6.
Yeah.
On the hit, it drops to 11.0. Rises back up to like 11.7. There's a brief moment where it's cruising along at 11.0, and then from there it just kind of, out here it's who knows how rich.
Well, appreciate it.
Happy to help.
Learned a lot today.
I'm still blown away at how much power made on motor with like, I'm not trying to be mean or whatever, but with like no real parts.
I mean, let's be honest, it's got some junk ass heads on it,
it's
right?
Nothing.
Yeah.
More power than mine did with 11R heads.
Okay.
I mean, so for the parts that are in it,
It's doing everything it needs to do. Even though that side of the motor's noisy as hell, it ain't hurt. So we came in at 315 horse and left with 440 horse.
Yep.
443.
Yep.
All right. We are loading up and headed to the house. I went ahead and put the timing back to 18 degrees because why not, you know. We're good. We're leaving here with not running hot and plenty of oil pressure. Check it out, bird's eye view from a second gear roll and hit it. I'm gonna go ahead and take it now. Come get some on the street. You know how I'm talking to. I called you out last time. If you're on Vortex superchargers, come on and get some. I'm ready. Let me know. Hit me up. All right, I had to edit this a couple times because I talked a lot through it at the dyno and I was talking out of my head. I didn't have the real facts what was going on. But sorry, not sorry. Anybody that wants to get some on the street around here locally, let me know. I'm your Huckleberry. But for now, the highlights of all this is my solenoid wasn't working very good for the nitrous on the dyno. It hit and then it kind of tapered away. That's why it ran so rich. So I switched out the solenoid with my purge. That's a huge solenoid now. Just went out testing it with 150 jets in it and it ran great. And the air fuel averaged 11.2 to 11.7 based on the bottle pressure. Started off at 1,000. By the time I got home, it was about 875 because I hit this thing. I bet I hit it 12 times out there in the street and it's running great. I've got the timing on like 14 degrees. I'm gonna drop the timing down like another degree or two. I'll pull all the plugs out and check them. But overall, the air fuel is exactly where I want it. And I just need to get my timing dialed in and I'll start hitting it and reading plugs. But it does run great. I put the 1/4 inch spacers on the back and now that I've driven it, you can see it fits so much better now. It is nice. It doesn't rub like it did before. Only at full compression, it hits just a little bit. But everything else is fine, tailpipe's clear. This thing is a runner. So, 527 pounds of torque out on the street. That second gear hit I just showed you, it's rowdy. All right, if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you like these videos. I try to bring you some colorful content as things unfold in real time. Time it looked like about 11.6, 11.7. So I think I'm gonna leave the fuel jet like it is. I like it to be around mid 11s and that's where it is.